Between these iconic hedges, the field where some of college football's greats have called home. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, where these fans are ready to turn the dogs loose. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Virginia Tech Hokies return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
To the air, it's Watson. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete. The Hokies decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So Georgia's offense has the ball for the first time. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. This time he's got it. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give him a first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot. It takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Like firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He'll try the left side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Quick toss. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Dropping back, it's Watson. Fires to the right. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. And the Hokies send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch, called for and made. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They'll run it from the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. He's got an open man. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The inside handoff. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Heath. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Watson. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it. He'll get a foot down and help out his offense.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Mason. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. If the Hokies can keep this up in the passing game, that'll make them touch that Hokie stone with a little more enthusiasm.
Yeah, it'll get them jacked up. It'll get them excited. A lot of times with Virginia Tech, man, we've seen it. It's the defense. It's the special teams. But when they can get that QB throwing the ball down the field and create some balance, it's when they have their best teams.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. On the option. He'll toss it. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Watson. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He'll pitch it. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. And he hauls it in inside the 30. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. That is what you call putting a little air under it and letting your guy run to it.
Exactly right, Reese. It's so hard to track that football when you put so much air underneath it, and I'm trying to run with the wide receiver. He's so used to doing that every single day in practice.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs! The proverbial rabbit out of the hat. Getting out of the Houdini-like box. Calling reverse and trickeration, and it works.
It does, and it's frustrating because defensively you're thinking run, 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 and you're playing aggressive, and on that backside, man, you got to stay home. You got to be alert. You got to do your job. When you don't, here comes the reverse. Here comes the touchdown.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Hokies are in the hurry-up. Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And he's got it! Touchdown, Hokies! On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Catch in the middle, it's White. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third down coming up after the completion. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They're going to throw it again. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. They move the tight end all over. They'll go to the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Georgia sends out the punt team. Timeout, Virginia Tech. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Looking for a productive play on first down. On the ground, it's Mason. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Oh, he's looking to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. And the Hokies will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wide open, and it's a foot race. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up and down.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll immediately call timeout.
And first and goal, I think a lot of people get very conservative. Let's run the football. You know, let's be very predictable. You can't be predictable, right, Palmer? You got to be aggressive, but what happened?
Well, I like the idea calling a pass play down there, but hey, for quarterbacks, it's touchdowns, checkdowns, or throwaways. You are not taking a sack under any circumstance right there. That quarterback's got to do a better job having the clock go off in his head and keep his offense in good position to score.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Watson. Looking for a deep man. And he makes the grab at the 20. Boy, he almost finished this half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, men. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Athens. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves.
The Hokies will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll line up for a second down play. Fast motion from the offense. Pressure coming. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Georgia lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end. but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
To the air, it's Rashada. A little floater there that falls incomplete. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Georgia sends out the punt team.
Number 14, on to punt it away.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again.
Oh, look out, there he goes! Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. He's now up to 95 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Georgia.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd down, going up top. Quickly complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Hokies want to crank the tempo. Makes the grab. It's Mason. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. They're trying to get to it. It's caught. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a
deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Hokies. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over Tulane. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Feeling some heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. This offense has a second down play. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense doing their job getting that last stop, and now third in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
That's caught. It's Alexander. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Looking for a block. It's Heath. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Watson. He rifles one deep to the left. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got the quick pass. Still running at the 40. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
On the option. Now the toss. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. The Hokies headed quickly to the line. The option look. He'll toss it. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Trying to run, it's Mason. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
On the option. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. This crowd knows when to bring it. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Looking left. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourself a shot to win.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Final seconds of the game. They can just take a knee and eliminate all of the drama.
And you're exhaling, too, at this point, because this was a hard-fought football game, David. It could have gone either way. At the end, it was this team that made the most plays, made the fewest mistakes, and they've earned this victory formation.
And by the way, there's nothing more frustrating in the world than playing defense when they take knees. Like, it's a helpless feeling. There's nothing you can do. You have so much rage inside you just want to hit somebody so hard, and they're just taking a knee, and you just got to take the end.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Rashada. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Welcome to Norfolk, Virginia, home of the Old Dominion Monarchs, and close to a full house here as fans are eagerly anticipating this clash we have in store. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Hokies will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Old Dominion's offense will start this game off. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When a receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Monarchs moving quickly to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Tempo and overdrive. From the shotgun, the inside give. At the 40, there he goes. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Monarchs. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he made the extra point without problem. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Heath. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Virginia Tech's offense will go to work for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
On the run, it's Mason. Makes one man miss. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Many times the Hokies have had a dynamic threat running the ball at quarterback, but you got to be efficient like this in the passing game.
No doubt, and you got to have some balance on offense. You got to be able to make those plays down the field in the passing game to make you honor it, get some guys out of the box so it's not just running quarterback all the time.
Here's the handoff. The Hokies get it past the sticks. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Watson. He's got his man. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find him.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. PAT unit on the field.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
So a scoring drive there of 83 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. After that, latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Corralled and brought down by the defense. And the Monarchs want to pick up the tempo. Quick catch on 3rd down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Monarchs will snap it on 1st and 10.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Old Dominion. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. And I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they?
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Got it in the middle, it's Heath. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Caught near the sticks, it's Keith. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Watson. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. Grabbed behind the line. It's Adams. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. He'll just keep slinging it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 20. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's picked off. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. That is a huge break for this offense. Instead of the turnover, roughing the passer, and you've still got the football. So the offense will have a fresh set of downs to work with after the roughing the passer call. They'll run the option. The pitch. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Mate just keeps moving. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Turns it loose. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Makes the quick grab. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Trying to get to it. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Hokies will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. At the 45 on his way. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, ODU.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Syracuse. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Hokies in the hurry up.
Gain of 24. And that's good enough for a first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains because of his ability.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point. Just
hit the afterburners, kid. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll throw it on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. Third and short now from their own 48. Back to the air one more time. It's caught. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately quickly, but not before he gets it to the 40. Trying to find his man on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Caught in the backfield, it's Burnett. Bounced off his feet. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get it.
Going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Coming after it. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. He wants to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the grab. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, 1st and goal. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw. He's going to fire deep. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Hokies. And once he got loose, it was all over.
What great execution by this offense. It looked like you were about to go into the half trailing. Now, with this answer, this scoring drive, you got the lead, you got the momentum, taking it into halftime. Nice job by this offense executing that last drive.
And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Norfolk to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw.
And the Monarchs will kick it off to start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
You know, you just went to half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently and to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Touchdown, Hokies. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. First down here for the offense. He'll keep it himself. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. The Monarchs come to the line in the hurry-up. Movement here from the tight end. Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He looks that one in nicely. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the... He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Downfield. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Monarchs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play.
Going over the top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Reads it, fires complete.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Watson. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Pulls and fires complete.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. And the Monarchs will hustle to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle. It's locked. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The corners are walked up tight. Running back searching for a hole. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it left. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken him some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
He'll take another shot here. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
When you play DB, it's a really hard thing to do in college football. When you play DB, it
unleashes one deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Monarchs line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the move, it's Heath. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He wants to throw. Lets it fly. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Hokies. How about this dude? He's throwing it like Don Strock or Jim Druckenmiller. He's running it like Tyrod Taylor, or doing it all like Michael Vick.
Just showing the whole game, showing the repertoire, and how hard is it to stop a guy like this? I mean, when he can do all these things and stretch you with his feet, stretch you with his arm, that's why he's hard to stop, and that's why he's having himself a day.
As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Makes his connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Hokies. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And he tacks on the extra point. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six.
Old Dominion, 37.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let...
He lobs one high down the left side. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he's got it at the 25. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And the beatdown has ensued. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line. Quarterback checking off. To the air, it's Watson. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies! And the punishment has been extended. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously...
He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really... And the pummeling has started. They stretched this lead here in the fourth, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. With that last win, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches, that is awesome.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Makes the catch. It's get the first down. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And the Monarchs will send out the punt unit. Looking for a block. It's Heath. Makes a move. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They have throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this.
Going for it all. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On fourth down, going to the air. Incomplete, and the defense holds.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Looking to move it through the air. They're setting up the screen. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
The Monarchs will line it up on 1st and 10. The aerial assault continues. Into the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the pass.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Wide open downfield. And sure tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with the field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of a way with their fingernails. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee. He's going up top. Pulls it in on the left. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Hokies. And the stomping has commenced. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick...
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
First and goal.
Dropping back, it's Watson. Flushed out of the pocket. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Number 2.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.